Yeah, I can't this no, I can't continue my practice due to the some family reason and due to the some illness of my health issue also.
Mhm.
But I started to know recently.
Oh, it's great. Wonderful. So, which kind of thing you are restart?
Just taking the conversation and taking the
Okay,
session
just
with different learners. Otherwise,
other thing is
no, no.
okay.
Still, I am busy at my school. Half yearly examination
Hmm.
going on. Today, I am on the
Hmm.
leave, so that's why I am able to take the session and conversation.
You
Otherwise,
seems to
no
be
day.
under the weather.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Yes. Wow. Having said that, you are here.
Because it's been long time. I try to connect different people, but in between, due to my health problem, I am not able to join the conversation I promised. So that's why the people are no don't
Hmm.
interested much more. And I also left my
Hmm.
practice. It's
Because
take
but
time to.
but you every day you upload one video. I think so. Wow, it's
Nowadays,
great.
last 4 5 days and 1 week, I try to connect different people.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I usually try to upload the short videos.
So, what is the taught in your school?
As usual, the syllabus, my school is applicable the NCRT syllabus.
Okay,
So half yearly
unsettled.
is going on. And nowadays, no situation changed according to the new government. Recently, we
Hmm.
elected a new
So,
government in Rajasthan.
which kind of rule are there?
Every government and especially the BJP government have a different kind of the policy, very well. That is, I think, not
Hmm.
appropriate to discuss this platform. It may be dangerous for us.
Yeah, exactly. Politics is a very dangerous thing because
Yeah, we should
okay, it's correct.
we should avoid as much as.
Yeah, absolutely right. We don't talk about the policy because if I talk any politician, by the way, if I talk any that word could be dangerous for us.
Yeah, yes.
It's great. So, do you prefer? So, actually, I would like to one question you because you are as a YouTuber, you have been working very long period of the time. So, may I know what is the reason of behind? Because I have seen a lot of people they just recently start off the journey on YouTube and they grow very soon. So, why? What is the reason and what should we do?
I think maybe no, sir. Maybe the consistency, their intensity, their strength, maybe honestly. And
Mhm,
sometimes just I am a busy. I am not a full time YouTuber.
mhm,
Uh, I am a homemaker also. I am a mother also, and I have
mhm.
to pay my 100% in my school. I am a
Okay.
government employee, so I am responsible first of all for my school and my children's, my students
Exactly.
also. So I honestly say I am not giving even my 50% to YouTube and learning this. No, sometimes we get exhausted at school and we feel like, oh, I want to take some rest. Sometimes
Mhm,
we want to spend time with our family also. And I have a hobbies also take care of the plants and gardening. 1 hour and half an hour I want to give my plants and vegetables also. So it's
mhm,
no, I think that depend on the time. If a person giving no 4 5 hour and 6 hour, I know some homemakers they are finishing just their home household chores and after going the children's school and husband they try to scroll new things, try to experiment new things, practice daily basis, 4 5
mhm,
session, 4 5 conversation they are taking. So there is a difference between them and us. So if we
mhm,
have a permanent job and if we are giving 8 to 9 hour to our job, just take example
mhm,
of me. I usually
mhm,
leave my home 9 and 9:50, 9:30 for the
mhm.
school, and
Oh my God.
it's take when I return to almost 5 o'clock. So it's been
Almost
a
8 hours
long.
you spent there.
Yeah, 8 hour. And after reaching home, we have no some other issue. We have to completed online data, mobile and laptop also. And no,
Mm,
this year I have board classes. I am a class teacher of the 12th board. So there is a lot of responsibility of the board forms, and we have to
mm,
check and recheck 4 5 times the board forms to
mm,
collect the data and filling the form and hard copied lot of things there, and other
mm,
schemes also there, other campaigns also there. So we have to give our energy, even sometime we have to give our Sunday and holiday also. So
mm,
it might be, it must be a difference between their practice and our, so it's a depend on the time, I think, energy and intention also. We can't focus only
mm.
due to, you know, we have also lot of things to do. And say depend
Oh,
on
wow.
interest also. I know personally some of the female friends, they started along me in the same times, but they haven't a different kind of achievement. But we have a different kind of the achievement in our life. We should not compare. No, sometimes we start compare. Though that time we got frustrated and stressed and tense. My first intention, we should now
Mm,
first no, set up a goal. What is our goal? So my first of all to
mm,
get a fluency to learn this language. That's I can
mm,
provide. I may provide my student a English environment, especially in the government school, and
mm.
also I try to provide a English environment to my kid, my son. So
Exactly.
first priority to learn this language. After that, we will think about. I know one Madam Sunita Rawat. She recently started, but she has a good command over this language, and she rapidly grow
Actually,
now. Everybody
she has a
wants to
benefit, na?
catch.
She has a homemaker, and she has a
Yeah,
lots of time.
yeah.
That's why.
That's it.
So
When
I
our
think it
children
is the
grown up, they can easily tackle their homework, and they after going their school and husband going school, they have a lot of time, almost 4 5 6 hour, maybe at
mm,
least 4 hour we can say. And if we are doing the household chore, at least in a household chore take the 4 hour, you can say, in evening 2 hours and morning 2 hours, and we have to give also 8 hour to our job, to 12 hours our in full time job. And after that we have
oh,
to manage anyhow. So it's a
right.
big achievement. Instead of all things, we try to learn a new things, and we don't want to sit idle. At least we have a good stuff to do.
You are saying like that ki the grass on outside always look greener.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yes,
okay,
yes.
it's great. Yeah, so your Arthandra is like that. Ki always keep trying. Try is the give up, don't give up. The meals of the gods. It takes time, but sure.
No, truly no. Sometimes earlier when I not started, I haven't started to learn this language. So that
Mm,
time I have enough knowledge of the grammar and models and other part of speech English. But I have
mm.
a fear, if someone give me opportunity to speak 2 to 3 lines in front of the people, so I am not able to speak the 1 to 2 lines. But nowadays I
So what
have
is
a
the reason?
satisfaction because
What
my
is the
medium is
reason?
a Hindi and I usually teach in a Hindi medium. So we are
Mm,
habitual to speak in Hindi, and the words not come
mm.
out, the words stuck in my mouth, and not only my mouth but every Hindi speaker.
Fabrics Hindi speaker, exactly. So what is the reason how to get rid of this thing? Because actually you know that English is the everyone said that everyone say that English is the said that English is the very easy language, but to be honest English, I feel like that English is the very tough language because there are unlimited rule regulation we have to follow each and everything, and as well as there are advanced structure and basic level. So is my opinion. That's why people get confused ki which subject we should use, advanced, yeah, otherwise basic. So I think I do. I am also very confused. Ki, what should I do? That's why I'm asking to you. Ki, by the way, if anyone wants to start this language, so what should he, yes, she do?
So no, I don't know. It is the my compensation. It is, we can say, the relax to my mind, the compensate. But I realized recently, we should know learn for English to understand and to be understood. No to show up,
Mhm,
and I know a very well English, and I am a advanced learner. I am a advanced speaker, B1, B2, C1, C2. So like that.
mhm,
First of all, we should focus on we can we are able to, whether we are able to convey our message. The other one
mhm,
is no, make them understand and to be understood. समझने और
mhm.
समझाने के लिए जरूरी है इंग्लिश. There is
Yes,
a,
actually.
so we should not compare the advance and first of all, nowadays we are connecting through only this
Mhm.
language, because you know English.
Absolutely right.
Otherwise, I think you don't know the single word of the Rajasthani. So it
Yes,
is the
true.
medium of the connection and convey the message, you know.
Mhm,
So we should not know put into ourselves a vicious cycle of the advanced and intermediate and beginners. So first of all, we should focus. If I am able to convey my message to be understood, so that's okay, I think. No,
mhm,
gradually when you learn this language, so I would say I also realized there is no fixed rule and regulation in this language. Nowadays I am studying different books. That time, no, I realize sometimes should used in unnecessary things. We realize unnecessary must use
mhm,
in unnecessary. Earlier time we have a no fixed rule and regulation. We use here should, we use here the must, differentiate.
mhm,
There is
mhm.
a no fixed rule regulation. English and every language, I think, for the situation base. According to the situation, demand of the situation, we have to use the words. You know,
But you know that actually our problem is like that. No, we start translating. We start translating. Ki we go for the translate. Ki translate. What is the meaning of that word? We start translating.
it is
See, I
the
think
real,
translate English
it
is
is
the
the real
different
thing.
thing, and Hindi is the other thing. Hindi is the other language. Hindi is the very beautiful language, and there are so many things. And English is the other language. I think nobody can compare of the Hindi to any language. So I think this is our
I totally agree with you.
big
We should
problem.
never go translate because we can't translate. We can't translate
But one thing,
every
na, without translator, because if you learning, if you want to learn this language, without translate, how to frame the sentence? Because our problem is like that. Our surrounded is not very well. Our surrounded is mostly, yeah, I think 100% people they speak native language, due to which we are not able to frame the sentence. That's why we are going for the translating. Yeah, I want to translate this language, I want to translate this sentence. So problem is like that ki we try to translate is the not enough. Translate is the not good way. If you start translating, I think you always get confused.
Yes, and that is the reason we are feeling the lagging behind this language. If we know knew the translation, let alone the translation, that
Mhm,
time we feel it is not very tough. You know, and just say we take example, हवा भरना टायर
mhm,
में और हवा निकाल देना. So in English there is a particular word and we have to learn. Inflated
mhm,
tire and flat tire. So
mhm.
every language has a particular situation for the particular words, and we have to learn by the listening, by the reading.
Mhm. Exactly. Reading is a very good thing. Reading, we should start of the reading. First of all, because mostly people they recommend ki you should learn some language. To first you read and listening. But I believe that reading is the wonderful thing. There are you can understand easily because if you read any books, yeah, any novel, yeah, anything else, so that word inculcate your mind easily. Compare than listening. Listening, sometimes you confuse ki what is the meaning of that word and why did he use, because English is the situations. You everyone use of this sentence according to situation. By the way, and but listening and reading. So I think it's my opinion. Reading is a wonderful thing compared than the listening. Listening is sometimes you get confused. Ki, why did he use this word? Because there are so many. Must have being another word. So that's why listening is not well. I think no, I'm not saying that listening is not very well, but as well as you should read the book, because somebody has said na, जुनून चाहिए लक्ष्य को पाने के लिए, वरना सपने तो सब देखते हैं दूसरों को बताने के लिए. तो आई थिंक पैशनेट मस्ट बी रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दिस थिंग.
Exactly.
Otherwise it's not very well, this is not very tough challenge, but I feel like that this language is the very tough language compared than other language.
Because no tough language, we can say every language there are no restrictions in the terms of
Mm,
speaking, in the terms of listening also. But English we are reading and in teaching our school in the first class. So
mm,
somehow, to some extent, we are familiar with this language. It is not
exactly,
new language for us, not unfamiliar language for us. So
absolutely
if
right.
we are focus little bit focus to listen and reading, so just I give example. No, we are not focused, and still I am a teacher, and
Mm,
I pay attention nowadays. And you know, it's last 1 year when I start speaking. That time I try to focus on the particular word. Just I am giving example. नो स्टिल स्टिल का मतलब क्या होता है शांत होना एक तो स्टिल होता है
शांत होना.
शांत जैसे वाटर स्टिल
हाँ.
है
हम्म,
और एक होता है कि अभी तक वो काम हुआ नहीं है
अभी
स्टिल
तक वो नहीं है.
तो
अब देखिए
बोथ
स्टील
आर
का कितना वर्ड है.
डिफरेंट
अभी स्टील हो गया, टिल हो गया, उसके बाद उसी का वर्ड हो गया,
इसके
क्या
अलग
बोलते हैं,
वर्ड
यट हो गया. सबका मीनिंग एक ही होता है.
अलग अलग सिचुएशन में अलग अलग होगा ना
सिचुएशन है, बट ये है कि सिचुएशन है, बट मीनिंग अगर देखो हिंदी तो सबका एक ही हो रहा
हिंदी तो सबका एक होगा पर सिचुएशन में इनके
है.
मीनिंग क्या होगी अलग होगी
सिचुएशन में, हाँ.
हमें इसको
हम्म,
हिंदी से कभी कंपेयर नहीं करना है इफ वी ट्राई टू कंपेयर विद हिंदी सो वी टोटली कंफ्यूज्ड एंड वी never understand what is the exact meaning of this word just recently I heard a he has a stillborn baby उसके
हम्म,
स्टिल बोर्न बेबी हुआ इसका मीनिंग क्या
हम्म,
स्टिल बोर्न बेबी का मतलब मरा हुआ बच्चा पैदा हुआ मतलब
मरा
बिल्कुल
हुआ
शांत
बच्चा
था
पैदा हुआ.
जैसे बच्चे क्या होते हैं जन्म लेते हैं वो रोते हैं चिल्लाते हैं जैसे
हाँ,
स्टिल बोर्न यहाँ पे स्टिल बोर्न बेबी किसके लिए यूज हुआ मरे हुए डेड बेबी
बड़े
को
बच्चे के लिए.
word को
हम्म,
वो यूज नहीं
यस.
करेंगे जब हम पढ़ेंगे ना स्टिल बोर्न बेबी तो हम कंफ्यूज होंगे स्टिल बोर्न
कंफ्यूज
क्या
जाएगा. अभी तक बच्चे पैदा हुए हैं, अभी तक हो ही रहा है, ऐसा फीलिंग आएगा.
सही सही है सही है वी टोटली कंफ्यूज तो हमें उस लैंग्वेज को पहले सुनना पड़ेगा कि किस कंटेक्स्ट में वो यूज हो रही है और हमें समझना पड़ेगा कि स्टिल बोर्न का मीनिंग क्या है यहाँ पे सो ये एक डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज है हमें उसी के अनुसार इसको सीखना है हमें हिंदी से इसके हिंदी मीनिंग से कभी इसको कंपेयर करना ही नहीं है वो हमारे हमने जब बचपन से जैसे इसको पढ़ना शुरू किया ना कि इसका हिंदी मीनिंग है ट्रांसलेशन जो हमने शुरू किया ना हमारे स्कूल में वही गलत है
वही दिमाग में अभी तक है, वो अभी तक हमारे दिमाग में वही है. I
हाँ
think we should get rid of this thing. This
जैसे
is the
साउंड
very
वर्ड है
dangerous. Yeah,
ये साउंड का मीनिंग अगर हिंदी में निकाले तो क्या होता है आवाज ही होता है पर
आवाज ही होता है.
लास्ट नाइट आई गोट ए साउंड स्लीप का मतलब क्या हुआ यहाँ पे गहरी नींद है ओ इट्स साउंड वेरी नो
गहरी नींद
फैन
में पड़ गए.
गहरी नींद हुआ यहाँ पे साउंड का मीनिंग और जैसे अपने बोले कि इट्स साउंड नाइस का मतलब अच्छा लग रहा है ये आवाज यहाँ से आवाज से मतलब ये
हम्म,
इट्स साउंड
तो एक वर्ड का कितना मीनिंग है?
कितने मीनिंग है एक वर्ड के और बहुत ज्यादा मीनिंग है हमने तो मतलब हम तो
अब
जैसे दैट टाइम वी नो यूज द वर्ड्स न्यू वर्ड्स वी कैन
हम्म,
टेक द सिंपल स्टोरी बुक से कॉमिक्स बुक से सम सेल्फ हेल्प मोटिवेशनल बुक से जस्ट द इंडियन राइटर नो
हम्म,
गुरु गोपाल दास no he usually write in a simple manner and some funny manner also
exactly. And
so the life is the very famous book by the Guru Gopal Das. Sudha Murthy written in a very easy way
mm,
and story right and story manner. so we can read these kind of the books.
So what is the difference of the Sudha Murthy thinking things and Gopal Das things? Because actually Sudha Murthy, I wrote Sudha Murthy books, so I feel like that Sudha Murthy books is the very easy for learner. Everything is written there very simple way.
Guru Gopal Das also written in simple manner, but their philosophy just like a saint and deprive from the world, worldly things, and no these kind of things.
Hmm.
Also, she describe in the amazing fact of life in a conversation method. She start conversation with his a follower, and all books written in the conversation method. They have a
Hmm.
conversation between different and also describe the family conflict and how can we resolve a family conflict.
Hmm. Okay, so I think both are the thinking is the same like that, because
Yes,
Sudha Murthy also mention each and everything.
what kind of surrounding us, what kind of things going on the husband and wife, mother and father and parents, what kind of the no aspiration if parents from their children.
Hmm. Again, I'm going to ask same question to you. Okay, if anyone wants to learn this language, what should we do and which kind of method he or she should use? Ball is in your court.
First of all, now we should listen, and if we can
Hmm.
start reading, so we should start reading also. And after
Hmm.
that, the thinking is the more important. I would say earlier, I am saying we have to speak. We haven't any no stuff to speak. So first of all, we should input through the listening and through the reading, and after that, we are giving the output. No,
Hmm.
feed content in our mind through the listening maybe if we like and otherwise through the reading we should feed the data in our mind, new words, new structures, usage of the different words, otherwise we are not able to speak. And after that we start speaking.
One word's coming in my mind. Okay, so first question is like that. By the way, I am learner. I want to learn this language. So I would you like to go for the advanced structure? Yeah, I go for the basic level. And what do
Sir,
you think about the
as
advanced
far
vocabulary? Yeah, basic vocabulary. What is the difference both of them? Because it's I believe that if you use of the advanced vocabulary, if you connect with someone and that person is not able to understand your word, I think that vocabulary is the totally useless for you, because
as
you are not able to make understand that people, and that person is not able to understand your word, that person is not able to reply you. So I think that word is the not good, that word is the totally useless. By the way, you use of the simple vocabulary and that person understand and that person easily reply you, so I think this is the enough. But
yes.
I notice that mostly people these days they go for the advanced vocab, advanced thing, and as well as with that person, nobody can understand the word. Mostly people they are not able to understand what does mean of that vocabulary, what does mean of that structure. But what is the reason? Because lots of people go for the that thing. I think is my opinion that is not good. Yeah, by the way, you connect those the person who can understand your word and who can reply you easily. So I think that word is the enough, that is the good thing, and you can try to use that word. But other hand, you don't use that vocabulary, person is not able to understand your word.
So, sir, it's a depend on what is the our purpose to learn this language. Just we are learning our no, our wish, to fulfill our wish, our dream, and we haven't any purpose to get any a good job in the multinational company. We haven't any
Hmm.
purpose to move the abroad, and we haven't a
Hmm.
purpose to take part in the IELTS and TOEFL examination. So, if we are to learn this language, convey our message, and especially in
Exactly.
our Indian surroundings. At that time, we can go for the easy. And first of all, we start with the easy structure. And if
Mhm.
we have a purpose to get the good job in the multinational companies, if we are going to take examination IELTS, and we have a dream to move abroad, Australia, UK, and USA, so that time we have to learn that type of the that levels, advanced level of the English. So I think
Mhm.
the both are the different scenario. No, if we are living in
Mhm.
India and Indian surroundings, so we can easily convey our message in a simple words. But if we are using simple words in abroad and in their levels in a formal language, so that time
Mhm.
somehow we feel lag behind. So it's a
Mhm.
depend on the situation and person. It's a very to person. But just I am a living a small town person. I am living
Okay.
in a small town. There is a no much more required for the advanced phrase and words. So I am
Mhm.
not pay attention toward the advanced level, and I am not fancy to learn these kind of the words.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm totally agree with you. Don't care about the your advance, yeah, anything else. Listening and reading both are very important role for listening. And one thing I would like to mention you, as you mentioned this scenario, because our scenario is not very well, our scenario is very weak for this language, and this language required for the environment. But unfortunately we don't have a good environment. Even though we are learning this language, so I think it is the good for us, because I have seen a lot of people, they have a good surround, they have a good command, every person, everything is available surrounded him or her, but he is not able to speak. Why? Because he is not focused. Because goal, first of all, yeah, before I start the conversation, you have already mentioned one thing, ki goal, your target, intention. What is your intention? What is your intention? If you have an intention, so I think everything is possible, nothing is
Yeah.
impossible. Yeah, it's true. And one thing I would like to mention, as you mentioned just a few what did you say? I forgot that word. Okay, so my next question is like that. Okay, you have already mentioned everything very deeply, and this is the true. And last word I would you like to answer. I want to your answer. What is your opinion about this thing? Okay, by the way, I want to go somewhere. Okay, just like anywhere go. So I think is my opinion. First your mention your circle. What is your circle? What do you want for learning? What is your purpose? Okay, if you mention that you want to become a teacher, so you should find out all things which should be used on your daily routine, your in your school. Yeah, otherwise you
Just
want to
make a
become a
profile
chef.
profile.
Huh. Yeah, otherwise you want to become any doctor, anything. So I think vocabulary must have knowledge about your field. I think this is the good thing. And conversation,
I
mostly
wanna be
people they use.
a no. Sometimes we ladies we have no parlor. So in the
Mm,
parlor, they have different kind of the vocab. And if
mm,
a professional and if a person willing to increase their business rapidly, so they are using the different fancy words. In the parlor,
mm,
ladies and in the salon, the males are using different fancy words and try to attract and tempt their customer. If we get chance to meet any salesmen, say, in their job they also try to use fancy word and advanced word to increase their business. So every business, every field has different vocab. So we should focus on our field. Just you are a yoga
mm,
teacher, so you should
mm,
use your according to your job profile in the fancy word. There is a no need
mm.
to select the all fields. you know is